I think there are aspects, even on day one, there are parts of the network, like mobile, where there's a lot of growth, where you want to transform, you get the biggest bang for the buck early on in the life of the network. And therefore, almost by definition, everything we do has to coexist with the legacy. Because while I might transform my mobile network, I still have my physical core, and it's still sitting there. So, the nature of coexistence and of transformation is that it's not a flash cut. And by definition, we have to coexist in those ecosystems. And sure enough, that's what we do. In fact, most operator transformations all involve being able to interoperate with the legacy. Now, one of the things that helps us here is that there are well-defined interfaces in a telco world in order to ensure interoperability, and we use those to support both the physical and the virtualized networks simultaneously. But once you've made the step, and once you've started making the transformation, then it almost never makes sense to be on two separate networks ad infinitum, right? It just because it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
And so what happens always is that over some period of time, let's just call it a decade for talking purposes, networks really do transform, and the vast majority of them become on the new technology. I mean, a good example of this in history is if you go back to sort of the 2000 era, the vast majority of networks were built on TDM and SONET and IP, and today that's not the case at all, right? Today the vast majority of networks are on IP. The underlying optical transport is rapidly becoming packet over optical, and so it's been give or take a decade or so in that transformation. So these things do happen, and as long as you have a good sense of what the time frame is, these are major changes to the world's networks, and it's kind of neat to be doing them.